as a plague on this town.
At this point, actually, I turned to her. I apologize. I'm sorry for deceiving you earlier. I have no idea if Jonathan is dead or alive. I was just honestly trying to get a reaction from you, and I do apologize for the deception.
She just starts crying hysterically.
Yeah. Oops.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rogue. If she is the witch, you are going to die.
If she's a witch, I'd already be dead.
We'll play some Tavern. I can't find anything right now. But that's a-okay. Because you guys are traveling along and it's actually starting to crest upon nighttime. Martis actually says, hey, we should probably stop around here. We only have another day's travel and we should be getting to Alekar by the end of the day tomorrow. But for now, with these roads and the bandits we faced earlier, we should probably rest for a moment.
Let's rest. Yes.
Up to you guys, though.
I'm tired.
I agree. Let's rest.
My bones
Alright.
ache.
Alright, you guys begin to, you pull the carriage over to the side, and you...
We set a watch.
Yeah, so who's gonna... So, it becomes nighttime, and... You guys pretty much have to decide who will stand watch, or if anyone does at all. So, pretty much you're gonna sleep for about 8 hours. So...
I can, guys, I can stay awake most of the night. I just need 4 hours to meditate, and that's all I need.
Yeah. Same here. I'm an elf. We don't sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone, so pretty much to fully sleep, you need 4 hours of sleep.
Alright.
So 2 people can stay up for 4 hours, and the other 2 people can stay up the next 2.
I was gonna say
Alright,
I didn't lose any health, so I can do a shift if need be.
I'll be one of the stayer-uppers.
Yeah, there are some
We're
people
just
that,
all
like,
staying
if
up.
you are totally out of, like, points and stuff like that, you really need to just rest the whole night, you can too as well.
Yeah, I didn't get hit.
That happens with mages, so.
I'm good.
Alright, so who's staying up on first watch?
Rodar.
I'm on
Volunteer.
first watch.
Okay, so Rodar and MC, you guys are gonna stand watch?
Well, no. We shouldn't.
No?
Not together.
Okay.
What are you worried
Okay.
about, weirdo?
Well, the two
My
people
My
who
night vision is fucking amazing. I'd rather stay up on the first watch than wait for the sun to start coming up.
All right, Rodar will do second watch. We need to make sure that we have even parties just in case someone jumps us. Have 2 magic users with the 2 non-magic users.
Alright, makes sense.
Wait, who doesn't use magic in this group?
Rodar pretty much does it, and I get.
Oh.
Oh yeah, MCMer doesn't either. They don't use magic. What's a fighter? What's a
a
rogue?
magic user?
So So it's just MC Hammer watching first watch.
No, I'll stay up with him. Oh, okay. Well, no,
I'll stay up
okay.
for I'll stay up first watch.
Okay, so both of the elves stay up first watch. Bungus and Rodar, you guys fall asleep.
But I'm a half elf, so I'm half asleep because I'm kind of
Yep.
bummed out. The other elves don't want to hang with me.
I know how your little instrument people work. Don't go cuddling me while I'm asleep.
Let's see here.
All right, I
Wait,
said
how-
that'll be easy for me to
All right,
decline.
so you guys are staying watch, and you actually hear a little bit of something in the bushes further away. Both of you do.
I try to see what it is, or do I try to perceive it.
Okay, roll a perception check. You go over, and a squirrel literally just jumps out of the bushes and runs up a tree.
Oh, lucky dog. I got a spell for that squirrel.
Honestly, watching this, I also want to take a dark vision perception check.
Okay, go ahead. You kind of just see what Orion saw. You just saw that squirrel run up, and you're just like, oh shit. But it
Yeah.
startles you a little bit more than it did him, and and you just kind of brush it off. But there's nothing. As a matter of fact, a couple hours go by. And Rodar wakes up, and so does Bungus. You guys both wake up, tap him on the shoulder, and switch shifts. So see how and Orion, you guys both get a chance to sleep. Bungus, Rodar, you guys both actually go ahead and give yourself a long rest on your character sheet there. If you click your little pictures, it should say long rest. Or even at the top, I guess, it does say it too. Long rest. So you should be 100% healed, all your spell points are back, everything should be back. And so we have Rodar, Bungus, and the night.
Oh my goodness.
Surprising.
Did you touch me while I was sleeping? I had bad dreams.
Talking to you, Bungus.
Why does he assume I was the one doing that?
Ask him.
Oh, why'd you think it was me?
Because you were in the carriage with me.
We were sleeping next to each other.
You guys made a cute couple.
I was asleep. I don't know. Ask someone who's awake.
I don't know if you were asleep. I was asleep. How am I supposed to know what you were doing?
I'm telling you right now. I was asleep. Ask one of the watchmen. See what they're up to.
Oh my gosh, Bungus.
That's
You're a
not
funny little man.
You guys make a couple jokes back and forth, but the
Oh
night
wait. We're out watching right now, right?
Yeah.
Can I see if there's any animals around?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, I
roll
wanna-
a perception check.
Oh, okay. Which
Roll a
one's that?
d20.
Oh, okay. Clutch.
And then you add your whatever it says for plus for perception on your skills.
Okay. Plus
To be on the
3.
center of your screen.
Plus 3 is 21.
21. Alright. Yeah, you actually do find the same squirrel that started them awake, and he's just kind of running around, foraging for
Okay.
nuts.
Okay. Wait. Can I do it? Can I ask the squirrel a question? Because.
Are you gonna cast your talk to animal spell?
Yeah, I think so. Because I want to
Alright,
ask.
that expels a spell point. So under your spells on your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
there'll be this thing that says slots.
Okay.
So, well, you don't even have to worry about that too much. I'll just tell you how many you have. Just click cast under speak with animals. Or not
Okay.
under, but next to. So just click cast.
Boop.
And then
Alright.
you see one of your spell slots is used up.
Yeah,
So you only
yeah,
have
yeah.
3 a day. So you used 1.
Okay, I use one. All right. All right. So I converse with. Do I have to roll for it, or am I good? Or does it just
Let
work
me
automatically?
actually see here. Sorry, hang on. Let me cough real quick. Alright, so it's actually based on the animal that you're talking's intelligence. Let's see. So it lasts for 10 minutes, and yeah, you can just straight up talk.
All right, cool, man. Hey, what's up, buddy? We are on a.
Oh,
no-
nuts! Oh, I love nuts so much!
hey, music man. What interesting things is he saying?
All you hear, Rob, is you hear Poogus. He starts going squeak, 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 squeak. And all of a sudden the squirrel looks up at him and just starts going squeak, squeak. That's what you see.
Ask him to tell you a joke.
I asked him, I was like, have you heard any rumors about why everybody went missing in the town? Everybody disappeared.
Oh, what town do you speak of?
All right, so.
So
of course,
hold
my
on. Instead
character
of telling him the town, it's the town's name is something. Hold on. God dang it.
I say the town with my
It's,
character
the
tells.
Alekar. Ask him about Alekar.
Yeah. So I say,
Alekar?
I say, surely, squirrel, you know with which I speak. The town of Alekar, where all the people disappeared.
Okay. He tells you something, and look at the chat real quick because he's gonna tell you something, and whether you share it with everyone else is up to you.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm typing.
Alright.
So what'd he tell you? What's the,
There you go.
what'd the squirrel say about Alekar?
Can I ask him a follow-up question? Like, are we at our 10 minutes yet, or am I still conversing with him?
You still converse with him.
Alright,
You just tell me.
okay, I'm reading it real quick. Alright, that's a really bad answer, Squirrel. Not bad.
If you want to talk, we could go to a different channel.
Hold on.
Talk in secret.
What bad answer did the squirrel give you? What do you say about Alekar?
I can't really translate it into English. There's not a word for it, so it's hard for me to. It's only understandable. It's not a one-for-one translation, so I'll craft it into a song later and perform it for you guys. No, it's all good. All right. So I'm kind of done with Squirrel. He's like speaking like idioms and stuff like that. This guy's a waste. I could tell he was like a waste of time. In fact, I feel stupid for even trying to help the team.
Squirrel goes, "Do you have any nuts?"
No, I kicked the squirrel after he asked.
You kidding? Oh, Jesus, Peter. Where's Peter? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that squirrel must have told a really bad
The
joke.
squirrel just gets like kicked, and he starts scurrying away, and he just goes, "Fuck you, mother!" Before you can even finish the sentence, he's already starting to squeak again because your spell is worn off.
What'd that squirrel do to make you so mad?
Yeah, all you heard was squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
And then talking to squeaks, and then he just kicked the squirrel, and that's all you
I thought
saw.
the squirrel was cute. He's squeaking all day.
I'm gonna tell everybody when they all wake up because I hate my character hates stealing toys twice for free. So I'll tell you about that.
All right, so daytime does approach
All right.
as even Mardis wakes up and he begins to put out the fire, and he's like, are we ready to go? Anything happened last night?
Yes, freaking.
That was pretty chill.
No. This guy over here started talking to some squirrels, little squeak. I heard him making his little
Why would we
squeaks,
give a shit if he was talking to us?
and then he kicked it. He kicked it.
I stand by my case. Well, they don't.
He was
He
asked the
sometimes
squirrel
do
about
that.
what
Y'all don't want to
story.
hear about a squirrel. I don't have to tell you.
You told me you
guys.
wouldn't tell me. You said you wouldn't tell the same story twice. You tell the whole group.
Yeah,
Did
they don't want to hear.
Did we gain any useful information from the scroll?
You're gonna have to hear the information first, then decide for yourself. I thought it wasn't very useful. It's
What
more
was
like
it?
it's more like relevant to a squirrel's life than our lives, to be honest.
I'm good.
I'll pass on the
if we're
scrolls.
past
Well,
that,
I want to
let's
hear
get-
the story. I saw you kick a squirrel.
So for past that, let's get moving, says Mardis. Who's driving the carriage today?
Wait, Martis is with us?
Yeah, he's been with you.
I look at the
Oh,
carrot
I thought he was
regularly,
gonna
but I do
meet
not
us at the
volunteer.
spot or whatever.
No, he's been hanging out of the carriage.
Oh, I haven't talked to that. I've been ignoring him this whole time. I didn't know. Oh, okay.
You've also been ignoring me.
What'd you say?
Tell me the
Can-
story.
Oh,
Can
okay.
it-
All right. I'll tell. What's her name again? Alekar or something like that?
Alekar. God damn it.
Roadhog? What'd you say?
Rodar.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I say.
If you want to tell him in secret, you could go to a different channel onto your own teams.
it's not that it has to be a secret, but nobody else really wants to listen. So my guy's like, he's real audience driven, and so if anybody, cause he's a performer, and he's kind of disheartened that nobody wants to.
I tell
hear
him
the
I'm
story.
like Big Squirrel.
All right. Well, I speak.
I know. Go ahead.
Nothing. Go ahead.
I'm
wants to
getting a
speak.
squirrel story. Hey, tell your squirrel story.
Oh, all right. I'll be happy to share this tale with you. So, oh joy. I got two people want to hear it now. That's pretty good. So I said I talked to this squirrel, and I
I
said
talked to the squirrel.
so
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, you know where those a bunch of people disappeared from that city we were just hanging out in? Have you heard any? Have you
Alekar.
heard any? Yeah. If you heard any rumors, like, did anybody tell you why they may have gone missing? And he was like, oh, and so he said, this is what he said verbatim, and I memorized it because I'm in a song later. He said, ah, yes, Alekar, lots of crows, death everywhere, bad place. I head south instead.
So, so it's something we already know, where death is coming from that area.
I go get to the
Martis
grave.
goes, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yep.
God, man, it's not good.
Great story. Let's go.
But we don't know we don't know if he's talking about people because this is like in reference to a squirrel's life.
Yeah. So this is even coming from an animal, so I'm thinking
Yeah.
even animals don't even want to be around that area.
Also, who
More-
cares if there's crows everywhere? Wouldn't be worried about vultures.
Crows still circle death.
Do they? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they circled crops. I don't know.
Burgess literally says that as he throws his little loot on top of the car and hops in.
I don't have a limit, so don't circle.
Ah, is that what they mean?
And a back-
Pulls out his bagpipes and just starts blowing
Oh,
on him.
that's what it was, his bagpipes.
Yeah, just start honking on it. Yeah, honk. Anyway, yeah.
Alright, let's get going then, says Martis. So, you guys begin to travel, and let's see if anything happens to us today. So, you guys are traveling along, but you hardly ever see anyone on the road. Like, no bandits, no monsters, no creatures, no anything. Matter of fact, hardly any animals. The closer you get, less and less animals you see, less and less people you see, just kind of traveling south. And as you begin to approach, it starts cresting back to nighttime, so you guys travel the whole day without any kind of interference. And as you begin to reach what you believe to be is Alekar, you see it a little bit in the distance as the lands start to get a little marshier, and you see Alekar.
This looks like my kind of place.
And with that, I will be right back real quick. I gotta take this real quick.
Man, I thought Alekar was the city we'd come from. Not the city we're investigating.
You came from Espador.
Yeah. Oh. Right. Yeah. All right. Cool.
But BRB, gotta go take this.
That's weird. You can talk to animals.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't even know if what they're saying is really what they're saying. I just kind of hear the squeaks and the barks and whatnot, and I kind of like.
Can you talk to dead animals?
So wait,
Yeah, probably.
so dolphins aren't as horny as they were meant out to be? What?
I don't know. If we get near the coast, I'll ask one.
I'm oddly interested.
Like, we can make a detour on this trip. I see water in the picture.
As you approach the city, is everyone back?
Yeah.
Yep, we're
Okay.
here.
Yeah, we
All
sat
right.
in awkward silence for a while.
Awkward silence. Well, guess what? No, I'm just no. We'll do that. So, as you begin to approach Alekar, by the way, is the volume good for everyone?
No, it's too loud.
That's loud.
Yeah, too loud.
Oh, whoops. How about now?
Too, yeah, lower.
Yeah, lower.
Yeah, solid. Good.
Yep, that's good.
Okay. So, as you guys approach Alekar, you go to what seems like the front gates, and you see two guards, and they're wearing. It almost looks like plate mail, but it's actually made out of wood. And fuck, god damn it. And they walk over, and they literally just start grabbing you guys, like literally putting their hands on you and like checking you guys, and they're just like, "Where are you guys coming from?"
Whoa. Whoa, I don't flow that way.
Yes, I quickly back up. Think, whoa! Why are you touching me?
Martis actually pulls out. He has a little notice there with the seal of the king that rules all of Alea, and a seal on it. And he just goes, "We have business with the king, and we also have business with the lord of this town, Lord Richard Thundergrove. We need to go see him immediately." And the guard literally he's continuing searching you guys. Like, they're literally just putting your hands all over you, just grabbing shit out of the carriage, throwing it on the ground.
Not there.
And they're just like, "No matter what, we gotta check everybody and everything."
That's getting weird, guys.
Okay,
So
hurry up.
they're checking you guys,
Alright.
and they just they're searching around, and they're like, "You're free to go. Go ahead."
Small price to pay. That wasn't so bad.
I kind of liked it.
He grabbed my wrong coin purse.
go ahead inside as you guys bring the carriage into Alekar, and from what you could tell, the streets are almost empty. There's hardly anyone moving around. You see a couple carriages, couple horses, couple people. But most of the shops you can kind of see, like, a lot of the houses and shops are boarded up.
Actually, can I make a perception check on our group, on all of us, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not like getting fondled. Like, oh, okay, never mind.
So even with a nat 1, though, you could tell that, like, they just did not care for your belongings. So even when they, like, looked at shit in your carriage, they just kind of, like, threw it back. Even someone with a perception of 1 can see that. But besides that, they didn't take anything. As you guys begin to make your way, the only people that you really see are practically hiding their faces as you walk by. You begin to make your way. So you begin to make your way to the center of this this town, and in the center you see a bunch of these gray, large branches piled together, almost like a bonfire. Within the center, there's a large tree trunk with some scorch marks all along it.
I wonder what made those scorch marks. It's very odd. Doesn't seem like one lightning bolt hit it. Seemed like a bunch.
Does
A
anybody
dra- a
have
dragon, maybe.
animal?
What's that?
Maybe a dragon did it.
Maybe you could add that to one of your stories, Bards.
I will. Can I try to investigate it and see what caused it?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh well, this is awkward. So 5, 6. I rolled in that one.
So that one doesn't matter what you add to it. So you're just kind of touching the tree, the tree, and you're just like,
That's wood.
This is a tree.
pretty much like nothing. You can gather
He's like, it
crazy
looks
of it.
scorched.
Pretty much. You're just like, yeah, that looks a little scorched.
Fuck! I think I got a splinter now. Damn it!
Rodar walks over and puts his hand on the sorcerer or the magic user's shoulder, just like kind of slightly push him out the way. He's like, "Let me take a look at this pretty tree."
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
-1.
Still with a 17. It looks like something or someone was burned here alive
I
on
think,
this tree.
I think someone was burned alive on the tree.
If I'm proficient in something, do I get 2 dice then?
No, it normally adds your proficiency bonus to it automatically. If you have an advantage on your roll, you would
That's
roll 2
okay.
dice.
What's
Normally
the
there should be
proficiency
something on your
bonus?
sheet.
Like, what's bonuses I give you?
If you
Uh,
go to the Burning Man concert, no, that does not count.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
right next to your walking, right next to your walking speed, it'll show proficiency bonus, and everything you have a dot next to, or anything you're really proficient in, like your swords,
True word to
Oh, I
the-
get what you're saying. Okay,
it
okay.
automatically adds to it.
So I guess they're burning people at the burning, or at least burned a person on this tree. I don't know why they would burn them on the tree and possibly burn the tree down.
Sounds like
No,
Ah,
I'm not really
These
too
gray
sure.
woods, they don't catch fire, says Martis as he's like walking up, and he goes, "We should go see the Lord."
Yeah.
The Lord was Richard Thundergrove. We should go see him at his castle.
Yeah. We don't
As a stage.
care. We don't care for these small town matters. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what
let's
I'm
see what the Lord has to say.
Like, who gives a crap about this burnt tree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, we could find a lot.
Let's
of
go ahead
stuff in
and
this
get a report from the Lord, and head back. So you guys begin to make your way past the town square, and you see this. Definitely, it's not like a ginormous castle, but it's pretty big. As you begin to make your way inside, there's 2 guards there, and they put their spears together. They're just like, "No, pass it through. No one's allowed into the castle."
Martin, can you show
We
me
are
papers?
we are on strict orders from our king to yours to speak to him immediately.
Martis hands his paper over to MC Hammer.
And I will hand it to the guard.
Guard looks at it. Huh. All right then. Proceed. Whenever you try to give the paper back, if you do, to Martis, he just kind of goes, "No, hold on to it. Hold on to it for now."
I will stash it.
All right. So under your, I don't know if you can make up one, but just know that right now MC Hammer holds the seal of the king.
Okay.
So you guys begin to make your way, and there's no one in these halls. Matter of fact, some of the windows are still open, and you can kind of see. It is around, I will say, fallish, like going into fallish. So you do see like pollen like still coming in through the windows. Like it looks like no one's like really kept like done upkeep on this castle at all. Like everything is kind of just dark and grim. Half of the candles aren't even lit. As you begin to make your way, as one of the guards escorts you, and he goes, "This is the throne room right here." He opens up the these giant double wooden doors, and you begin to make your way inside. And inside the throne room, hang on, let me play different music. So, you begin to make your way inside this throne room, and you kind of think of it. Game of Thrones is like the only thing I can compare it to, but it pretty much is just like a throne in the center, like back of the room, with a giant. It's like half tree trunk, but it's like kind of sculpted into a throne. And in that throne, you actually see a 12-year-old little fat kid just sitting there, and he's eating. He's eating what looks like some porridge out of a bowl.
That looks like good porridge.
And there's these kind of two older men like stand there, and they're yelling at each other, and they kind of like look over at him, then look back at you guys. You couldn't quite make out what they were saying. And one of the gentlemen, the one who's actually wearing some armor, one of them's wearing like full plate armor. The other one is wearing what looks like religious robes. Is anyone here pretty decent on religion?
I am.
Negative.
So you could tell that he's wearing robes of the god Lathander. And
Lathander.
And but the guy who's in full plate mail just kind of walks over to you, and he's an older gentleman, and he just walks over and he goes, "Who are you?"
We are emissaries. We are emissaries from your allies to the south.
From the capital.
Oh, you come from Espador?
Yes.
Yes. And we want to know what is happening here because we haven't had any good word coming from our from you, our allies.
So MC Hammer, you as you say that, you walk over and you hand him the seal of the king. And he kind of like looks at the letter and looks at the seal, is inspecting it a little bit, and then closes up, hands it back, and says, "I'm Rickon Surewater. I'm the master of arms of this town. Over there is Father Pastel, and right there, that's our Lord Pordrick Thundergrove." And Martis kind of like looks shocked, and he goes, "What happened to Richard?" And Rickon has a calm look on his face, and he just goes, "He passed away."
From what? How did he pass away? And why has the capital not heard any word of this?
Yes. So, unfortunately, we have fallen sick to a plague.
Ooh, tell me more.
I believe, personally, now, the father over there, Father Pastel, and he kind of points over to the man in the robes. He goes, "He doesn't quite believe me, but I believe we have a witch in this town. And that is the reason for our plague."
Well, I noticed that there was some burning. We noticed a tree that it looked like someone was burned there. Did you find the witch?
I thought we did. At first, I was the one that spotted her. We were foraging in the Greywood Forest, and I noticed that she was drinking some horse's blood. She was wearing this blue cloak. I recognized it as one of the women in town. And I also noted, we've also heard reports of other animals kind of dying and disappearing within the town. So we had somewhat of suspicion of, I don't know if it was exactly witchcraft or something of the like. But as soon as I saw that, I raced back here, called the guards, and we brought her in. And we burned her at the stake out in the town square.
Did she?
But her daughter is the issue.
So after
She-
burning her, you're still having these issues going on.
Yes.
Did she
Now her
say anything
daughter-
before she was burned?
She kept proclaiming that she was innocent.
Did she
probably
explain?
wasn't the witch.
Did she explain why she was drinking horse's blood?
She said I was lying. She said that was not her. But there were these blue robes with gold lining on them, and I know that they were hers. Her daughter, Yvette, she was hysterical over the whole matter, and I didn't think that someone that young, she's around teenage age, could possibly be a witch. But my suspicion grew more and more profound as more reports after her mother's death of her walking around town and in the middle of the night and acting very, very strange. So,
Deception check.
deception?
Yes.
What are you deceiving?
Anti-deception. I just want to
Oh,
know.
insight. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
go
you.
and roll d20. I was like, what are you about to lie about? Alright, so insight. As far as you can tell, he seems pretty genuine.
All right. I
You
informed
see
the
what
group.
that
I
body-
informed the group that I sincerely believe in what he is telling us.
I would give a fuck.
So, I arrested her, and what we're arguing about right now is me being the master of arms. I sentenced her to death by tomorrow morning. She's actually held in the dungeons beneath this castle right now, and I believe she's the reason for our pestilence, but Father doesn't believe so. And as soon as he says that, the priest of Lathander walks over, and he just goes, "That little girl is innocent. There is no way she's doing witchcraft."
What makes
I
you
try
say
to
that?
see if we-
She's far too young. There's no way she would have learned enough to plague an entire town.
I would like to hear this from her.
So Rickon actually looks over now and he just goes, "Yes, of course. Actually, we could take you down there. With the seal, seems you all are extremely trusted. And Martis, I believe I recognize you a little bit." Martis just kind of nods slightly, and he goes, "First things first, why don't you meet the new Lord of Alekar? This is Podrick Thundergrove." And he kind of ushers you guys over as you begin to walk towards. God, the voice I prepared in my head for this. So Podrick just looks over you guys and goes, "Oh, hello. Bow before your lord."
Oh, please excuse us, Lord. We excuse our manners. We should have immediately came and paid our respects the second we arrived. Please excuse our ignorance.
And I
That's
kneel.
not bad.
I kneel on one knee and I bow my head towards him.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah,
I
I
nod
just
my
said.
head.
My guy does like a curtsy or whatever because he's like a kind of a.
I kind of whisper to the group. That's why I was worried about that one last time.
And he just goes, "Rickon, is this how people are supposed to bow?" And Rickon just kind of nods and goes, "Somewhat." And he just begins eating more of his trough. as Rickett just kind of grabs you guys by the shoulder, and he goes, if you guys would like to see the witch, we can certainly do that tonight if you wish.
Indeed.
Let's go meet the witch.
All right.
Hang on 1 second. All right, so he begins ushering you guys away, and you kind of see the priest walk over to Podrick, Lord Podrick, and start talking to him as Rickon begins to usher you guys, and you guys begin following him. And he just says, "Yes, so it was immediately following her death that we started experiencing this plague, and my God, has it taken like 70% of the town, I would say."
Wait, following
Like-
whose death?
Following the initial witch's death. So her name was Josephine. My bad, I had to cough. Her name was Josephine.
Wait, there wasn't a plague before her?
There wasn't a plague before you burned her at the stake. However,
Oh,
like I
wait.
said, her daughter has been acting hysterical, and people have seen her walking around at night,
Wait, why
and
we burn her
acting
at
very
the stake again?
strangely. What's that?
Did we burn her at the stake again?
Because they saw her in a drinking horse's blood.
Yeah, so I saw her cloak. I don't know if it was 100% her, but I'm like pretty damn certain that it was her. No one else owns a cloak like that around this town. So,
How did she? If the cloak is so unique, do you know like why that person had a cloak like that?
I mean, it must have been her.
All right.
No one else would have had a cloak like
I just
that.
don't know. I was just thinking maybe this person came from money or something, or mysteriously came into town with. Because if it's such a unique cloak, I imagine it was made out of expensive material.
Oh yeah, very very expensive. I think it's a family heirloom, but I'm not 100% certain. As you guys begin to go down this this very steep staircase, spiraling staircase. But any other questions that you might have before we meet her? The daughter, that is, Yvette.
How old is she?
She's about 16.
Perfect.
Don't say that.
Shit. What kind of situation are we coming into? How is she locked up? How is she under control? What is happening? How is she under here?
So I have her binded out by her hands, around her, pretty much behind
Perfect.
her back, and her legs are also
Bandages.
bound up. She's pretty much rendered useless for right now. She hasn't stopped screaming since we brought her in, though.
Let's go talk to
Anything
her.
else? Nothing else?
Nope.
All right. He begins to bring you guys down deeper into the dungeon, and he brings you to a particular cell, and it's like pitch black in here. Like he's holding a torch, and that's about the only light that you can see, except for MC Hammer.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit! I forgot to show you, Lord Patrick. I got the worst fucking thing here for that.
I love it.
So happy.
So kind of through the darkness and through the stutter of the light, he goes, right here. This is her. This is Yvette. This is the witch that has been plaguing our town, and this is why we haven't been able to have any production on any form of wood or any trade. And everyone who has been in this town, even you now, might have the plague. So you look into the dungeon and you see a girl.
God damn it.
Fucking super hot.
You guys come back later.
My one weakness, hot women. Shit.
And she's kind of just she's just kind of sitting there in the corner, as she looks over at you guys, He goes, this right here is the witch. And she just faintly says, as if she's like very, very weak. And she just kind of goes, I swear I'm not a witch.
I believe you.
I think this is a job for the music man. He cannot be charmed by her.
Why are you here, young lady?
Is that a jest? So she says.
So,
Give us your. We want to hear the story from your lips. What happened?
As you say that, you take like a step or two closer, and Rickon literally like pulls you back, and he's like, "Don't go too close to the cell." And as you say that, she just goes, "My story. Well, they burnt my mother at the stake just a few days ago." Was there
One of the
anything
stories.
specific?
that's your story. All right,
heard
guys,
My
boys,
story
let's
of
pack
what?
it up.
I don't. I mean, I'm not a witch. My story of what?
What? Well, we
Prove it.
heard that we heard hearings that you were walking around at night. That's not normal. It's dangerous at night. Why would you be out?
And Rickon kind of goes, and it's beyond curfew. And she just looks over and she goes, "I was seeing a boy.
And what boy would this be?
I promise."
I start to get angry.
The blacksmith's son, Jonathan. I've been seeing him for a couple months now. I don't know why anyone has noticed that I've been gone until recently.
Well, let me ask you this: why is it a secret to go meet up with the blacksmith's son?
Well, my father wasn't particularly prone on me seeing boys.
Where's your father?
Where is he?
Yeah.
Imagine at home.
Haven't you heard, child? Jonathan is dead. He was killed.
Go and make a deception check.
I don't feel like we're the good guys.
Plus whatever.
Oh, deception. +2. Oh, excuse me. +4. +4.
No, that can't be. That can't be. What? How did it happen? Did he have something to do with it? She just kind of points with a shaky finger at Rickon.
If he died, so he the plague.
We cannot discuss.
Oh
We
man,
could-
he was. That's the
Plague.
We cannot discuss the actions of the state that is happening right now, but the investigation is ongoing. We need to discover what is happening.
Well, I guess I'll join him tomorrow, huh? As she begins to cry.
Is she scheduled
You
to
bet.
die soon? I
You
asked,
bet.
the Master of Arms.
Who's your father? What's
yeah,
his
so
name?
Rickon looks over at you and he says, yeah, she's being executed in the morning. Because you guys got here right round, like, as the sun was starting to go down.
Have you seen any other envoys besides us?
Yeah, we had about two other people showed up. They stayed at the inn. They didn't last very long. They died by the time we saw them in the morning. They
Right.
came. They were extremely tired, and with that seal, we actually have 2 rooms open at the inn. If you guys want to stay there, but they were dead by the morning from the plague, from what any form of doctors or wizards or anyone could tell.
Does the plague normally kill that quickly?
Somewhat. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, and he actually rolls up his sleeves, and you kind of see these like giant boils in his arms.
Ah, man. Did you just touch me?
Back away a little bit.
You walking in these city walls, you probably already caught it yourself. You just don't know it yet. Little girl is still crying in the corner. Rick is standing there. Anything else?
I'm good. Show us to these quarters
What-
where
what's,
these murders happened.
Well, before Yvette, what's your father's name, and where can we find him?
My father. Hold on, I have his name here. My father, Hammond. He's back at my house. He's on the southern part of town. Rickon goes, I know where he lives.
Have you seen anything weird from your mother? Why would she be drinking horse's blood?
This man's a liar. She wasn't. She wouldn't do anything like that.
What does he gain from lying about it?
There's all kinds of problems with this town that we can't explain. He's just trying to place the blame. And Rickon literally just like hits the cage or the cell like bar doors. And he just yells, "The witch is lying! She knows she has a plague on this town."
At this point, actually, I turned to her. I apologize. I'm sorry for deceiving you earlier. I have no idea if Jonathan is dead or alive. I was just honestly trying to get a reaction from you, and I do apologize for the deception.
She just starts crying hysterically.
Yeah. Oops.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rogue. If she is the witch, you are going to die.
If she's a witch, I'd already be dead. But that is now what we can be certain on. She is not. So, who is the witch in this town? If there is a witch
she
indeed.
stops crying and she goes, "I have proof.
Oh, what proof?
I have proof. I was seeing Jonathan. I'm pregnant."
Not for long, bitch.
Well, now we only have to wait about 3 or 4 months to see that bump.
How far along are you?
Only a couple weeks. And Rickon goes, "Do not let her sway you."
Yeah,
lies.
that is not proof enough. You shall remain here until I can find otherwise
Go
to
talk
release
John.
you.
Regardless, I'm executing her in the morning. We'll be done with this fucking plague. And he just kind of starts walking away with the torch. And so, are you guys following?
Yeah, I guess I start.
Yep,
making my way
follow.
over there.
I mean,
All
I
right.
go that way.
Alright. As he begins going up the steps, he just goes, "Try not to listen to her lies. Don't worry, all of this will be solved in the morning. Trust me."
I do trust you.
Alright,
Now,
stealth check. I want to sneak back down and talk to her real quick.
you're gonna sneak. Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check. You dip out.
Dip out. 11, but stealth is +7.
Do I notice him dip out?
Go ahead and make a persuasion, or not, my bad, perception.
18?
And what'd you roll?
13 plus 8.
No, no,
Alright,
not
13
you.
plus
Did you roll 2D? You should only roll 1d20.
I have because I'm an elf. I have something.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have
Keen something? Keen
yeah,
senses
keen
or something?
senses.
Do you get advantage on perception checks?
Yeah.
So, what did you roll? MC Hammer? 11 plus what?
11 plus 7.
Oh man, tied. You don't see him slip out.
Bitch.
Perfect.
All right, so you guys begin following up, and as you guys are following up, you just hear Rickon going on this rant of like, "Yo, I know that like what I saw, I know that she was being hysterical, and I know she other townspeople have reported her acting shifty, going out at night. You know, this is all gonna be resolved."
Do we know where she got
as-
the horse's blood from?
the horse?
Right,
That
is
she
there a
was
dead
sucking
horse
on?
close by her?
Yeah, so the her mom was sucking pretty much like a horse's blood, like the whole horse was there, and she was just like fucking eating it.
Fucking sucking.
Bless
Now,
you!
MC Hammer, you actually dip out. What do you do?
All right. Well, that's new information. All right, but I'm gonna still continue my course action. I run back down there undetected. I talk to the girl one last time.
Okay, let's drop down to as he opens up like the door back into the throne room, pretty much all you guys walk back through. Even MC Hammer walks back through, and Rick can go see that's our current issue. But again, don't worry, she's gonna be executed in the morning. You have 2 free rooms in the shit. What the fuck was it? Hang on, I gotta pull it back up. In the Violet Branch Inn. The Violet Branch Inn here in town. It's our best inn and tavern. And you guys are able to stay there for the night.
What time of day is it?
It's like 10 p.m. at this point.
Thank you for your
9ish,
accommodations.
10ish. Yep, no problem. Anything for the king.
Good answer. I like it, boy.
As you notice, the throne room's kind of empty. Podrick's not even there. The other priest is not there. And he kind of sends one of the guards over, and then one of the guards kind of leads you in the way out of the building. Unless you guys have anything else to say.
Nope.
No, I
All right.
just want to talk to the group once we get away from the guards.
Okay. Yeah. So the guards actually escort all of you out. Even Martis, who was sitting in the throne room majority of the time. You guys all leave, and he goes, I think I know where the inn is at. If you want to follow me, as you guys begin to make your way. But there's no real guards around. Matter of fact, there's hardly anyone walking around in the town. It's just kind of the roads are even muddy. But yeah, what were you wanting to say?
Rogue.
MC Hammer?
At this point, I would want to continue to follow. Let's go to the inn.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make your way to the inn, and at the inn you see this elf girl. She's like just cleaning up the bar, and she looks over and she goes, "Oh, finally, customers! Jesus Christ!" Oh, she doesn't say Jesus Christ, I guess. That's but she
Jesus
just goes
Christ.
like, that wouldn't make any sense. But she does go like, "Oh my God, finally, customers!" What can I get for you guys?
Feeling a bit
I
sleepy.
tell her an elvish milk.
What? Did you say Elvish milk?
I tell her in Elvish I want milk.
Oh, in Elvish. Okay, yeah. So you actually talk in Elvish, which everyone, everyone but Rodar understands.
What?
And she goes and grabs it and be like, "That will be a whole gold, please, please, a whole gold."
I nudge Godor to give her money.
Rodar, you mean? Godor? Who's Godor? You mean Orion?
I just see the rogue like nudging the air, like.
I think you mean Orion. But he nudges you, Orion. Do you hand over a whole gold?
No, I'm not thirsty after all.
So what do you hand over? Do you not hand over anything? Or you just hand it back? So you just hand the drink back? Like, nah, not a gold.
I'll give her 3 silvers.
Alright, she takes the 3 silvers and goes, I guess anything's better than nothing at this point. And she runs back over behind the bar, and it looks like she's putting that in like a little jar or something. And Martis goes, I think our rooms are up on the 2nd floor.
Alright.
Let's go ahead
to my
and
room.
turn in for the night.
Lead the way.
So he leads you guys up to the rooms, and you open up the doors, and you have 2 full rooms available. Are you guys gonna rest, or you don't really need to stand watch or anything?
No, what we do from this point is, this is obviously, as I turn to everybody, I look at them deeply concerned, like, we are falling into a huge trap right now. I just feel it in my bones. I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable right now.
I use detect magic.
Kind of in the room?
Yeah.
Or like, okay, yeah, in the room. So, detect magic. I don't think anyone has to roll for that. Let me check real quick. Been a hot minute. But you should just be able to detect any form of like magical beings or anything like that here. Yeah, so any form of magic. So you actually feel the presence of magic heavily irradiating off the bard.
Off the what?
The bard.
What the fuck, dude?
Our bard?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna
However, it doesn't seem like, again, detect magic, you just know that he has magical abilities. Like, from what you can tell, he's
do
pretty powerful with magic. But from when you detect magic, yes, magic is irradiating heavily from the bar, but other than that, you kind of sense, actually you do, a little bit in the air, you do sense a little bit of, especially with your proficiencies and how you have studied necromancy most of your life, there's something evil in the air here, just in
I
general.
like this town.
However, deep, heavy, magic irradiating off of what's Bungus. For some reason that's the one thing I keep fucking forgetting.
Would I be able to tell if he's possessed?
If he's what?
Possessed.
Did you say the best or a best? What did you say? Okay, I'll say it one more time.
The best. No,
The best.
possessed.
Okay, the best. Okay, no, he's not. He's definitely not the best.
No, possessed. This
Oh,
motherfucker.
No,
Goddamn Christ.
No, he's not possessed at all. Like, he's not. He doesn't have any kind of evilness coming from him. But just in the air, you do sense a bit of like, definitely a magical energy, and it doesn't feel good. It feels very, very dark.
Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
All. Yeah, you can tell what direction it's coming from. It's coming from all.
Like this place.
So what's going on, Orion? I see you're doing a little something over there. You doing some
Yeah,
magic
you guys.
tricks?
So you could definitely see, since your arcane focus is your orb, you kind of focus it in on your orb a little bit. It grows a very very slight blue as you're just kind of like staring at it as it's floating in midair.
Nothing. Nothing.
Do we still have the escort with us? Are we in the room now?
So Martis actually he has left you guys. He has his own
Okay.
room.
So perfect.
He's already left.
Rogue, he just detected magic. There's nothing wrong with these rooms. Why don't we just go to sleep?
Alright. What's the plan here, guys? What are we doing?
Well, it's a good question. We could keep watch, or we could go.
Well, that's our way. The way I see it is, we have two options here. We play bait, stay in this hotel room that has been ravaged and haunted, supposedly, and play bait here, or try to find the source. I'm cool with either option here.
What leads do we have, though?
Well,
I mean, we
We
could
have
go
the-
talk to Jonathan, or we can talk to the Father Hammond. But I don't quite know if I'm convinced that this girl is the witch.
I'm not convinced at all.
I don't think she's the witch.
But the question is, if she's not, then who is?
And she's
the
gonna
real
be
witch.
executed tomorrow morning.
How do we know there's even a witch? They just say there's a witch. There might be some necromancer somewhere around.
Sounds
or-
like a false flag.
What's wrong with necromancers, huh?
Hey, no offense, brother. No offense. We love you.
Necromancy is kind of inherently.
When it's on
Yeah.
our side, we love it, but against it, it's a pain in the ass. That's all
It
we're
doesn't
saying.
hurt.
All right, I'm back. All right. So, are you guys turning in for the night?
Uh,
Might as
gonna-
well crash. I got like some superpower that happens if we all sleep together. Forgot to activate it back.
when our powers combine.
Oh.
I don't even know what to say after that, bro.
It's only effective at a short rest, that's what you said. Not a long rest.
All right.
God.
Let's go for a rest. Let's keep watch though.
Okay. I am honestly not resting. I'm staying up.
You're staying up for the night?
Yep, I'm up.
All right.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
else going to
meditate.
sleep?
Meditating.
Is there like a
Sleep.
bar in this hotel or no?
Yeah.
There's one.
You can get some goat milk.
Or elf milk or whatever.
It's it's homemade elf milk down from the innkeep.
If they got some aged elf milk, some expired elf milk, that's maybe I'd be into it. But nah, I'm just gonna sleep.
Okay. So
I got tired.
everyone is asleep except for MC Hitler.
Yes, sir.
Then I'll go to sleep as well.
Okay.
I'll get my own room.
All right. Whoa, you get your own room all to yourself.
Well, where are you staying up at? You staying up in the room, or are you staying up outside the room? There's 2 rooms, so
Yeah, there's 2 rooms with 2 beds in each room.
yes. I'm a big boy. I have to combine the beds.
Again, I don't have to sleep in the bed. No, I'm just meditating in the corner.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
All
not,
right.
s- I'm I'm outside of the bedrooms, just pacing.
I
Okay.
combine the beds and I lay sideways on it.
I'm activating my thing, tremendous slumber or whatever the hell it's called.
All right. So, with everyone asleep, let me type some whispers here.
I'm not asleep, just meditating.
I mean that's what they do.
God damn it.
I'm fully awake though.
Yeah, that's what elves do anyway. They go into a trance technically, because elves don't sleep.
Yeah, he's in a trance. I did not go in a trance. I'm fully awake.
Damn, trancing.
Hang on one. Actually, you know what? We're gonna play some. Yeah, some doo-doo-doos.